Back to the show. Now today is a big day for us here in Harmon because even though we here at KUAM live in broadcasting land, one of our own is expanding his horizons to the literary world. Jason Salas has released a new book with a major national publisher. His new title, available right now on Amazon.com, is all about building apps for wearable technology. So here to tell us all about the project and the process that brought it to life is Jason, and for once sitting on the other side of the chair.
It feels weird to be on the left side.
It feels weird interviewing you.
In the middle. Yeah. Hello. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Well, you know, I know that you've been working on this for quite a while. We've dealt with your attitude over the last several months.
Yeah, really.
but what motivated you to write this book?
Well, not a easy process. And here she is. Here's the new baby. So
beautiful.
Thanks everybody, and thank you guys for putting up with me and the attitude, which you so deservedly pointed out. Well, when Google Glass, which is like the focus of the book, first came on the scene. My buddy Allen Firstenberg, who lives in New York, and I really started writing a lot about it online, and we started going on forums and talking about it, debating about it, criticizing it, stuff like that. So after months and months of doing that, writing countless articles over it, like how fast is the processor, what's the battery life, what's the connectivity, what's the app development model and everything like that. A lot of people in the software community were like, you guys should write a book. And so we started talking to each other about, angles we could take, different directions and different philosophies we could take. And then between the two of us, we knocked out a common goal of saying, why don't we put something together that teaches people that the application model for wearable computing devices like Google Glass and like smartwatches and like Fitbit and, like I'm a walking cyborg at this point.
You are.
Yeah, everything like that. I mean, it's a completely different model than what we're used to as software developers, because the precept before was that when you write software, you're sitting down, or the user's sitting down there, and you're completely fixed on a screen. And then when mobile devices on phones and tablets came around, it's like, okay, well, they can be walking around, but they're still completely concentrated and fixated on their screen. They're playing Angry Birds. They're doing what you do all the time, sometimes even during the news, playing Candy Crush. But you're completely focused on the screen. With devices like this, the user's environment, the world essentially, is the backdrop for their application. That makes some really interesting opportunities possible as far as what you can incorporate into the application experience and the way you actually use it. And the big thing is devices like this are all based on what we call micro interactions, which are, you're not supposed to use this thing for 5-10 minutes at a time, recording a video, playing a game, posting pictures to Facebook and everything. Everything you do should be hopefully under 20 seconds or less. And so the menus have to be really short. The text has to be really, really big, so you can literally just glance at it and get an idea of what you're doing. Send the picture off to some web service, some API, and then that should be it.
What do you use your glass for primarily?
Well, if you remember when I got this about 1.5 years ago, we were using it on the news. We were doing first-person point of view stuff, doing a lot of testing around. Right now, I'm using this as like a Frankenstein unit because we write apps for it. We're doing some stuff, hopefully, that's going to roll out pretty soon for KUAM News. Right now, I've been doing some stuff where I can actually log the amount of water I drink every day to Fitbit.
Right.
And I open source that project. And so if anybody wants to download the code for whatever reason, you can go on my GitHub repo right now and you can grab that and everything. So basically, it's a really cool stage right now to write applications in a completely different manner, and that's what we talk about in the book.
Okay, well, how's the reception been so far now that it's online? Yeah,
it's been phenomenal. I mean, we've had a bunch of people who bought they bought pre-order versions. They gave us really good feedback as far as what they really liked, what they wanted to change, different directions they'd like to see, case studies that we put in there. And it's been very, very supportive. It's software engineers, developers, marketers, designers, graphic, aesthetically oriented people and everything like that. Everybody was pumping ideas into it about how we can use this to build exciting new applications that are wireless, that are mobile, and that are completely connected. And you can do like mashups, like there are Facebook apps for this. Like I said, the one I wrote was about Fitbit. You can mess around with Instagram stuff, and that would be the obvious case right now. Mm-hmm. You can actually take first-person video and get completely unique perspectives and everything. And for us in news, I mean, there's a lot of big implications for that.
This isn't your first book, though, right?
No, I actually self-published a book on the Miller Football League, which we were covering about 5 years ago, and I wrote that. It's been downloaded a few thousand times and everything, but that was more for the local market. This one is for the software development community, so obviously the commercial potential and the scale and scope of the audience is a lot bigger with this, and we've met so many people, Alan and I, over the last 2 years that we've been writing this and everything, with insane feedback that we would have never been able to come up with ourselves and everything like that. So for the software development community, and I mean, we owe this to them. And for everybody who was beta testing Google Glass for the last couple of years, I mean, this book is for as much for them as it was for us.
Where's Allen from? Because he's not from Guam, right?
Yeah, he's from New York.
How did you guys meet?
Well, we met each other online, and we've known each other for a couple of years, and we became really good friends. And in putting this book together, you know, we really began to understand each other like on a technical level and a creative level on a whole different plane, because our time zones are so different. I'd be writing stuff when it was like late at night here, and then like I'd go to sleep and he'd be writing stuff. And so even though we didn't get to collaborate on the book a lot of the time at the exact same moment, the production of it was pretty fast, I would say, because, you know, we were both just working on it constantly.
Right. Well, the obvious question now becomes, how can we all pick one up, and what format is it available?
Oh, okay. Well, you can actually go on Amazon right now. Now it's available for Kindle. The print version, like I'm holding right here, so if you like atoms and you like, you know, physical, tangible things, that's coming in the next few days. So hopefully, you know, if you're watching us on YouTube a couple days after the fact, it's already available. But you can go on Amazon, just do a search either for designing and developing Google Glass, or just look up Google Glass, and there's, you know, maybe 3 or 4 books, and this is one of them. It's priced very, very competitively, so you do get a lot of value, you get a lot of bang for your buck. And if you go on to O'Reilly.com, who is our producer, and for those of you who know technical books, you know, like the little animals and everything like that, you know what's up with that. So it's available if you're using a Kindle reader. You can get it as a PDF. You can get it a whole bunch of different formats.
Okay, you were mentioning the animals. Okay, I don't know what's up with it. So what is up with the birds?
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's what a lot of people want to know. So these birds, and the thing about O'Reilly, the publishing company that we went with, is they always use different animals. They never use the same animal twice, and I think they've got like, you know, 400 books in print right now. These are red-billed magpies, which Alan and I knew nothing about when we were going. We put something on Google Plus and we said, you know, is there an ornithologist in the house? Because we had no idea about these birds. But long story short, and you'll probably laugh when you hear this, these birds are not only among the tallest birds in nature, they're also the most talkative. They never shut up.
How
Yeah,
fitting. How
yeah.
fitting.
So, and we did not ask for that, but they just gave it to us. And so.
Well, you're always working on something. So what's next?
There's another book I want to write right now about like writing Android apps, and there's some stuff that, like I said, we're going to do for KUAM News with, you know, with social and with video and like stuff like that. So it's really cool. I mean, we really pride ourselves here at KUAM of being, you know, like one of the top software shops like in this part of the world and everything like that. But we got a whole bunch of stuff in the hopper.
Well, congratulations. You know, we're very, very proud of you here at KUAM.
Thank you.
All right.
Pick it up, everybody. We'll be happy.
Stay tuned. News Extra continues after this.